council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they're short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5.
Make it 12!
12-minute meeting! Applause. Okay, assume that you're applauding. All right, I'm here live at Mason's on Main. Woo! We're here for the May 6th Ashland City Council meeting. We're starting with 5 councilors, remember, because this guy quit. All right, so this guy, who's this? Oh, the mayor. She goes, it's Asian American Heritage Month proclamation, and that includes Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders, FYI. And she says, the Golden Spike sculpture in Railroad Park shows that we hate Asian hate crimes. We hate. So go to Railroad Park this month. And the Historic Preservation Month also. And she said, whereas, May 12th to 18th is Preservation Week. So go out and observe preservation. And then the League of Oregon Cities gave Ashland the Good Governance Award for our city holding classes at Ollie about the Ashland Finance Department. And this class pairs well with the motto of Ollie, which is, not off any time, there will be no test. And then this guy says, hey, I want you to change the minutes to say that at the last meeting, Parks was not at any fault for that $9 fee proposal. It's just the economy and stuff. And did somebody say that? Or did he just want to add his summary after the fact? This guy? You guess. And then the consent agenda, over here. And then the consent agenda, 3 things were all approved. And then this guy jumps in and goes, the wildfire AFR fee going from $3 to $7, that was approved, but every July, the fee goes up, attached to the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and that wasn't clear. So make it clear, all approved. And he goes, oh, by the way, the same for the ambulance fee, went from $1.50 to $5, but every July, it's attached to the CPI. And then public forum for that. That's right, 5G guy was there, and he said, I hate the ambulance fee. Either way, all approved. And this guy goes, oh, one more thing. I want to let people know that I support early learning and affordable childcare. So I can use this clip for my next election campaign. That's the only reason I believe he did this. That's the only thing I can think of. All approved. And then the mayor's back. She goes, the If I Were Mayor contest winners. I love this so much. Every submission was smart and thoughtful and loved the community. And so I picked 5 winners, and each winner could come up now and sit in my chair and hit my gavel. And the 8th grade winner, Benna Clark, she said, thanks. 7th grade winner, Nora Eaton, she said, thanks. 6th grade winner, Harper Miller, said, don't take away our parks and splash pad. It makes kids feel unheard. She was ready to go. That one was hot. And then a middle school kid, Willow, maybe something, who knows? She said, oh, yeah, this is cool. And then the elementary kid, obviously terrified, just hit the gavel. And then God, I keep going the wrong way. The RVTD presentation. That's right, bus people. The lady on Zoom, the strategic manager, said, it's the 50-year anniversary of our RTVTD. And we are the 4th largest TD in the state. Look at our route maps. We have bike day. We have a grant to increase frequency and hours for Route 14, that's the bus route from the hospital to the food bank. And then she says, the RVTD budget lady says, bus fares only pay for 4% of the budget, and 47% are federal grants. So costs are going way up, and income is going up a little up, and the graph did not look good. And so this guy, of course, goes, hey, I heard you had a special grant to put e-bike racks on buses. And that is RVTD publishing general e-bike rules and etiquette and giving them to all passengers. And she said, we don't have a grant for those, and we don't produce e-bike literature. And he goes, hey, what about electric buses? And she goes, well, we don't have electric buses. We have low emission diesel buses. And he goes, yeah, that's great. My questions were great. And then public forum, a lady in a scarf said, I want to know everything about homeless stuff, 2200 Ashland Shelter, Night Lawn, all of it. And then Southern Oregon Housing for All guys said, federal cuts are going to add more homeless to the Night Lawn. And then a slick black hair guy says, this police chief right here, he needs looking into. Senior citizens are forced to walk all night from the night lawn and will either fall and break a hip or do meth all night. Oh. And then the planning department, Brandon Goldman, has a climate-friendly area overlay. It's a new zoning map. And lots of PowerPoints and charts and questions. And so here's my wrap up. First of all, remember the transit triangle? The transit triangle, they've spent years working on this and putting in these special zones, Siskiyou and Ashland area, those two streets at the intersection of Tolman. And they had all these ideas about sidewalks and apartments upstairs and special areas. And guess what? Nobody built anything. So F it, right? Hey, throw that away. And then also, the railroad district, area. Let's say you go to the Ace Hardware store and you look across the parking lot, across the railroad tracks, that whole empty field there, and the new condos. No more single family homes allowed. Only this new ordinance, which means this zone here, right here, and this says this. Any zone except for R1, you can now build super density housing, 15 to 25 units an acre minimum. Minimum. You've got to build a lot of houses, and no maximum. Apartments on the ground floor to replace the lavender shop? Go for it. Solar step backs only on the borders of the zone. Inside, New York City style, baby. Straight up. Public storage units banned. 50-foot tall buildings, you got it, no problem. The Elks Lodge is 55 feet tall, by the way, just for comparison. And you want a 60-foot building? Oh man, you put in all low-cost housing, and we've got a deal. There are more specifics, but the basic, that's the basics. So it's not so much a climate-friendly area as a make as much profit as possible friendly area. Who's going to do all the building? The city philosophy is, if we zone it, they will come. How'd that work out with that transit triangle, by the way? And then, so this guy goes, where is he? This guy goes, hey, I move to approve. This thing is genius. And this guy goes, let me add an addendum of that only 25% of those 60-foot tall buildings need to be low cost. And they went, that's genius, all approved. And then Police Chief Ty O'Meara, he kind of looked like this. He loves this joke. And then, he says, any unattended fire is now a misdemeanor. This is second reading, all approved. And then the lodging tax. Deputy Manager Jordan Rooklyn, I think she kind of looks like this. She looks a little bit like this. She says, she started the last meeting on this item, and it ran out of time. So she finished up her explanation of how the expected $3 million each year from the lodging tax, $900,000 per year would go to tourism, and $400,000 is going to go to marketing. And looking at the chart she showed up, everybody was rightly confused. She was really killing it the last meeting. This one, and not so much. And then this guy goes, where's this guy? This is the guy. And he says, hey, are we still giving $100,000 a year to OSF? I don't see this in here. And she goes, oh yeah, that's in there. It's under destination management marketing line, which is actually Travel Ashland. Actually, she's right here. You want to talk to her? So Travel Ashland lady comes up, and after a couple of social media videos that she shows, and she starts blabbering like she does, goal to expand outreach, data analytics, infrastructure strengthening, the Madrone property. Madrone property. She brings that up. It's 2,000 new acres in the mountains for the city to manage is a Travel Ashland priority. So, really? Wow, it's a genius. Well, anyway, so the Travel Ashland budget proposal is $490,000. Doesn't match the deputy manager's $400,000 proposal. And then everybody lost their minds. And they went, so how's this and what's that? And we should subtract this and add that. And nothing adds up. And where's the data? And now it's 8:28.
It's actually 9:28.
The meeting ends at 8:30.
Don't you mean 9:30?
Oh, we got a clock on this one. It gets exciting. Or ridiculous. Depends on how you look at it. She goes, we need a motion or the meeting ends in 2 minutes. And this one goes, I move to approve the $490,000 budget. Crickets? No second. And she goes, no second. So it means the motion doesn't pass. We got 1 minute left. And then this guy's scribbling on the back of a napkin doing math to figure out math. And then this one is like, she goes, starts asking a process question, which is not speeding things up. And this guy jumps in to save the day. And he goes, I make a motion to extend the meeting. And she goes, no, it's got to be a motion on legislation. I make a motion to extend the meeting to do legislation. And she goes, no, that's not how that works. You can't do that. And then the new city attorney, Johan Petilia, maybe that's his name. He chimes in. He goes, hey, Dylan, just say I restate my motion. And he goes, I restate my motion. Someone seconded. Now it's 10 minutes left. Extra. You add 10 minutes at that point. You're like, oh, geez, you got a motion on the floor. 10 minutes left. So what's going on now to figure this out? This guy, he's still doing math. I believe he produced a small abacus at some point. This one right here, she slowly presented a time-crushing question, and then the Travel Ashland lady said, you can just approve 1 year of the biennium. It's in my proposal. It's written right there. And the people all went, huh? Oh, I think that's interesting. And it's 8:38.
That's 9:38, dummy.
There's only 2 minutes left. This guy goes, I move to approve 1 year at $450,000. All approved. 8:39.
9:39.
And everyone stares and beat, and then they'll go, you got to approve the original motion. And he goes, I call the question, and they all vote, and they approve. And then they vote on the 450, the original motion, and it's all approved. It's 8:41.
9:41, you dummy.
But it still counts. For our council, that's the best they can do, isn't it? Hey, end of meeting, you're welcome. Woo!